Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Larry. Today we're going to talk about some things that happen to you when you spend time outside. In retirement, we have a lot of time to spend outside if we choose to, if we can. But things have changed a lot since we were kids. When we were kids, I know we spent all day outside riding our bikes. In the summertime, it was great, and we spent all day outside. I can very distinctly remembering when I was only like 9 or 10 years old, and my mom worked about 10 miles away, and we got permission. We went. We didn't go without permission, but we went. We walked the railroad tracks between about where we lived and where she worked, and then she brought us home. But we walked. It was like 10 miles, and you couldn't do that today. But we had an adventure that day. In fact, I was talking to one of them just a month or so ago, and he says, "Do you remember?" And I said, "Yeah, I remember that." I said, "I couldn't remember if you were there or not." But yeah, we had a good time. Can't do that these days. Society has changed, but more importantly, I think kids have changed. I know my kids, my three adult sons and their grandchildren, they all spend time outside. I'm really thankful for that. Too many kids are spending their whole time in front of a screen these days. I just don't think that's healthy. But there's some good things that happen when you spend time outside. I thought it was very apropos that I make this video outside today. As I was preparing this, I'm thinking, how am I going to do this outside stuff when it's 30 degrees and snowing? I'll jump off that bridge when I get there, but I plan on doing most of my videos outside. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. First thing it does for you is it lowers your cortisol levels in your body, which is your stress hormone. It calms the spirit. I do this very intentionally. Sometimes when I'm out of stress, when I'm in a lot of stress, I do this intentionally. I just get outside. I just get outside. It calms the spirit. I don't care what I'm doing. I could walk around the yard. I could water the flower. I could do something outside. It just calms the spirit. And I live on a fairly busy street, actually, but we've kind of gotten used to not hearing those sounds. But it definitely calms the spirit. It totally clears your mind. That's another thing it does for it. Just totally clears your mind. I know a month or so ago I was having some YouTube issues. I'm not a computer geek. I'm not a computer whiz of any kind. I know how to use a computer. I use a desktop still. I like a desktop. That's what I learned on. That's what I like to use. Got a Mac, and but YouTube was giving me all kinds of fits. I'm trying to get monetized, and it's like a four-step process, and it takes several months to get monetized. But you have to jump through all these hoops, and it was beyond me. I got some help, and then my help kind of ghosted me a little bit. And so I sat down uh, one day last week. Now this is after I went for a long walk. I went for a long walk along the river. Imagine that, me along the river. I found it very peaceful. I really wasn't thinking about it that much, but it totally cleared my mind. And at the end of that walk, an idea came to me. I thought, well, maybe if I tried this, and I tried that, and lo and behold, it worked. So I'm on the final step now of actually getting monetized on YouTube. But it just totally cleared my mind, got me away from thinking about it, and let me focus on what was going on outside. Now, where can you do this? There's a lot of places to do this. A lot of places have parks. A lot of people have walking trails. A lot of places have wildlife refugees, ref, refuge. Is that the name? You can tell I don't edit these videos. Uh, there's a there's a wildlife sanctuary near us that really focuses on birds. Now, my wife likes to go there. She likes to go there. It gives her a sense of peace. Uh, she walks. Now she carries a mace with her when she goes, but there's a lot of people that not a lot of people, but there's enough people there where she feels pretty safe. So I'm good with that. But she likes to go and she takes pictures, but it really calms her spirit. She prays a lot when she's walking. She says, "Now I don't do that because I just like to soak in the creation." Now me, I'll either go for a walk or I'll sometimes just go sit by the river. There's some benches by. We have a Great Miami River is fairly close to us, and they have benches at different places. I'll go when people aren't going to be there, and I'll just sit by the river. Just sit by the river. It totally calms the spirit, and it allows you to connect with creation a little bit, whatever your form of creation is. There's a lot of other options just to get outside. You can go to the local farmer's market. I know my mother-in-law used to love to do that. She'd go on a Saturday morning to the local farmer's market, just walk the courthouse square, talk to a lot of people, but it was activity for her. She walked around. She loved being around people. Most of these farmers and stuff are local growers. They're very friendly and it really, but just being outside really helped her. There's also a lot of local free concerts. We have here locally, we have one place that has several concerts. Now you think, I don't want to go to a concert, it's too crowded. Well, it is crowded, but everybody brings their lawn chairs. And there's lots of space. You're not sitting like right next to somebody in a concert hall or something. And it's very relaxing, but you are outside. But the best thing I like about being outside is just listening. I will challenge you to go to a quiet place. Go somewhere where it's quiet, whether it be on a hiking trail or by the river like I do, and just listen. Turn your phone off and just listen. Listen to hear sounds that you can't hear any other time. And it's amazing what you can hear. You can hear the birds, you can hear the water, you can hear the rustle of the leaves. I'll never forget one time. I was backpacking one time, and I was on my favorite trail, Two Lakes Trail on Hoosier National Forest in Indiana. And I was with a group of students from church, and I was slower than everybody else. So what I would always do, I'd always walk ahead. They'd stop for lunch for 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and after about 10 minutes, I'd eat my lunch, and I'd say, "Well, I'll find you up the trail." And I went up the trail about a mile, I guess. I knew they'd catch up with me quickly. And I just laid down. I laid down, not on the trail. I got off the trail. I laid down, and it was fall, and the leaves were falling from the trees, and it was just gorgeous. You could actually hear the leaves fall and hit the ground right next to you. It was so calming. It was so peaceful. And I really, really enjoyed that. There's lots of places you can go, but just to listen, it really calms your spirit, lowers your cortisol levels. It totally clears the mind. I know it cleared me. And anytime I get stressed out, I just go outside. That's the way I like to do it. Now, in the wintertime, it's a little bit more difficult, I have to admit. In the wintertime, I do get outside. I just dress accordingly to wherever I'm going, and I go outside, and it works. It does work. Now, if it's a foot of snow conditions, no, I'm not going to go outside. I might go sit on the front porch for a few minutes, but I'm not going to go outside because that's just too cold. That's just kind of pushing it. But anyway, if you get anything out of this, like, share, subscribe. Until we meet again, I'm going to continue to press on towards that goal.